All right. We are back in business. And we are going to be starting up something new. Just finished up Evil Dead Regeneration on the Xbox as well. And tonight we will be starting Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams on the original Xbox. Once again, we sort of talked about it at the end of Evil Dead Regeneration, but this is sort of like a definitive edition of the game. When I streamed this game years ago, I did the original PS2 version, another hard copy on there. But it was the original release version, not the Greatest Hits edition. Apparently, when the game went Greatest Hits on PS2, they added all of the definitive edition stuff that was part of Restless Dreams onto that Greatest Hits version, so unfortunately, I missed out, but that's all right. With the Xbox version, it's supposed to look a little cleaner. There's some new lighting effects. Looks a little sharper instead of being at like, I don't even know if the PS2 one goes to 480, but this one at least seems to have 40i according to the RetroTink. So that's going to be boosted. It is not in widescreen, so I do not have a background for this today, but maybe next time. There's some other stuff too. It's an additional campaign, like a little small expansion from my understanding, where you get to play as Maria. So that should be interesting. We'll take a look at that after we finish up the main game. And if there's anything else, I think on the back of the box it said something like there was new weapons, something along those lines. So maybe that, but who knows? Anyway, classic game right here. I've played it before on stream, but never this particular version, so it'll be nice to see something in a slightly new light. Born from a Wish, that's the thing with Maria. So this is the main scenario. Letter from Silent Heaven. Action level. I think we'll just stick with normal for both of these. Also, I forgot to unmute. There we go. Can't tell a difference because there's not a whole lot of sound going on, but it's all right. There we go. Normal's fine. Normal's fine. We'll just stick with that.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
And right into the game. It's weird controlling with the Xbox controller, to be quite honest. Can I use the D-pad? Oh, good, I can. Figure out what kind of controls we're dealing with here. Don't have a map of this area. We can sidle to the left or right with the B, the X keys. I guess that's it for right now. It's like look up function. All right. I don't think there's anything he's going to comment on in the bathroom.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
Bump up the volume all the way. Until we might be getting into some action parts, I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of loud stuff.
The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
I don't know, James, maybe. Just gonna have to go out there and find out. This game is bizarre, as many of the Silent Hill games are, but this one in particular I felt was like one of the weirder ones. Mostly because everybody acts very strange, including the player character. I feel like with Harry and with Heather, both of them kind of acknowledge and act like things are weird are happening in the world that they find themselves in. James kind of does as well, but he seems to be a little bit more integrated and more accepting of it, and he also has like a very bizarre demeanor about him. So I feel like he was sort of a slightly more odd main character for these games. Henry was pretty weird too, to be quite honest. Is the only way I could run with the analog stick? That is bizarre. I guess I might be able to change that in the options, but I'll just kind of get used to what we're dealing with here. So thank you. Can't go any further by car. I guess I'll have to walk. Oops. Be leaning in, looking at stuff. It was like, especially with a lot of the survival horror games, see all the dialogue options we can get. The road is came in. This is the road I came in on. There's no point in going back. The man is driven. He wants to delve deeper into Silent Hill. So I think I mention it every time I do a Silent Hill game, but just for posterity's sake, in case anybody's just watching right off the bat with this one. Silent Hill was a series that I came across a lot later. There were typically kids, that I talked to. These games are old. This one came out in like 2001 or whatever. But, in school, kids either played Silent Hill or they played Resident Evil. And I found that there was a lot more people that played Resident Evil than there were that played Silent Hill. So the time came for me to check out the games on my own. Naturally, I went to Resident Evil because that's the one that everyone was talking about. So I didn't actually get into the Silent Hill games until much, much later. And boy, I forget which one I started with. I don't remember if it was the original one or if it was this one. It's been so long. But it's funny, it's like with Resident Evil, I can remember which one I started with that one, but I guess that's because it was the original one. I think when I had started playing the Silent Hill games, I played them all sort of in quick succession of each other, so it kind of blurs together. But I forget, if I did this one first or if I did the original one. I almost want to say it was this one because this one was a little easier to access. Something in the well. What's that? Looking at this makes me feel like someone's groping around inside my skull. Gives me a weird feeling. Yeah, that sounds like a weird feeling, alright.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe. And it's not just the fog either.
Okay,
It's...
I got it. I'll be careful.
Shut up.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Someone very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your
No,
problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
Very interesting exchange. When I first played this game, I thought the voice acting was bad, and I still might feel like we possibly have inexperienced voice actors here. I don't know the names of the people that do them. But it's like looking back at Silent Hill 1, it's like the voice acting in that one was okay from what I remember. I don't remember it being so stiff and awkward. But the more I thought about it and the deeper we got into the game, the more I was thinking maybe it was intentional. Perhaps. Slightly. Just because of how bizarre these people are, essentially. But everybody in this game in particular, in Silent Hill 2, that we meet has some kind of issue. Something deep-seated, and you never know, maybe something will get resolved at some point, maybe it won't, but odd group of people, basically. Let's start making our way into town. I remember, yeah, okay. There actually is a marker that shows us where our current location is on the map. Oh, I think that was us. I'm like, boy, it sounds like somebody's getting eaten or something. Silent Hill Ranch. Oh yeah, I think, thank God I'm not playing the HD Collection Edition, because I think that was one of the key points where people started getting disgusted with it. One, they removed all the fog, so the sort of ambiance that we have is not really present. And then for that, I think that sign in particular, they used Comic Sans. Comic Sans really should just be excluded from any sort of graphic editor. I think we'd all benefit if it no longer existed. It's like wingdings. Who the hell needs any of that shit? They had changed a number of things, I think, for the HD Collection Edition, so usually if you're looking to play it, it's best to find one of the original release versions, at least on the particular generation that they came out. Despite the fact that this is sort of a definitive edition of the game, there are a handful of issues with it, I guess I could call it. In particular, the sound files, for whatever reason, are not quite as clear. Lower quality sound, and apparently some of the audio has been changed. And some people feel it's not for the better. Look at them go. It's funny because I keep wanting to get in a move on this series. It's like over the years while I've been streaming, we've slowly worked our way through them. And finally, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I ended up doing 4. And that was the last one by Team Silent, the original developers, which even by the point that 4 came out, a lot of the people that had worked on the previous games sort of fallen off. I think for most Silent Hill purists, it's basically the first 3. 4 is about as close as it gets with the sequels, and then once you get past 4, then it starts getting weird. And a lot of people don't tend to like the sequels after that, mostly because Konami was no longer making them with Team Silent. A lot of the production had been moved to different studios, Western studios, so they didn't quite get that weird Eastern way of storytelling and ambiance, basically. And they were a little less subtle in their approach. But I do have almost all of them. I think the only one that I don't have physically is Homecoming. And that's sort of one of the later ones. But I do have the rest of the series, and at some point, I would sort of like to get into them, but I keep going back and doing other stuff. Oh shit, might be too far now. Wanted to see if there was something over here. Is this a diner? Flower shop. Celebrating 70 years. First aid kit, that's nice. Phone I can't interact with. This is what I was looking at, just to see if there was anything over here, but yeah, that is blocked off. Usually good to walk right up to the dead ends, because it'll be marked on the map as to whether you can pass it or not. That way, if you're looking at the map after you've traversed a while and trying to figure out where to go, you know which sections, one, you've been to, and which sections you cannot proceed through at any point. I think it's a slightly different marking on the map if it's something that you could potentially open at some point. It kind of looks like a 3D door handle. I figured I'd be able to open that. I forget which ones exactly came out after 4, though. I think the next one in the line are these marks. Blood? It's blood. What is this? I'm talking about a game with bad voice acting. That shadow just now. Original Resident Evil cannot be topped. Except maybe by Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That one's pretty damn bad, too. But anyway, I think Origin is the next one. And then I can't think of the name of it. I can picture it in my head. It's like, it's a weird one because it's sort of like a remake of the original Silent Hill, but everything is, it's like it takes place at wintertime and there's like snow everywhere. And that one, I think, that one came out on a lot of different platforms. I think it came out on PSP, came out on PS2, came out on the Wii, and I think graphically the Wii version is the best, but you also have to deal with the Wii motion controls. Some people might like. I've kind of heard that they were poorly implemented. I own the Wii one. It's always been something I've sort of wanted to check out, but at the same time, a little apprehensive about it. Get in there, James. James willing to fight.
Is it dead? What the hell is it? It's not human.
Good observation. It certainly is not. Dead? Could it have been that creature? What's going on in this town? I feel like there's something down there. It's also weird playing this on the Xbox now that well, one, that it's on the Xbox, and two, that I'm using it through the Retro Tink, because this is a hell of a lot clearer than when I originally played this game.
Oh, yeah. This thing broken? What the? I
What
better
the?
take it anyway. I might need it.
Oh, I remember that. His lips move there as if he's supposed to be saying something, but there's no dialogue. What is the menu button? Defensive posture? Is that what this is? Oh, there's a weird camera whip. I gotta get used to the controls. So, much like the original game, the radio has its uses. You can adjust the volume. That's interesting. I guess if you're getting drowned out by the noise. For whatever reason, you could turn it off. I've never quite understood the reasoning behind that. But the functionality is similar to how it is in the original game. It is just a means to track enemies. When the static goes off, that means there's an enemy close by. Also a photo of Mary, photo from when she was still healthy. Also got the letter from Mary. In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. When I'm alone, well, I'm alone there now in our special place, waiting for you. Wooden plank with nails on one end, not very powerful, but easy to use. And so the adventure begins. So let's start looking at where we need to get into. I remember a lot about this game, but not too many of the little details. I'm sure we'll probably find some things that I don't even remember on my original playthrough. But it's like when I redid the playthrough for Silent Hill 1 last year, whenever that was, well, I was finding all sorts of stuff that I don't remember seeing. I don't think I was very thorough with that game in particular, though. I might have been more thorough when I was playing Silent Hill 2 on stream. I just get the feeling like that might have been the case. For whatever reason, I didn't give 1 its due diligence. Although, to get the best ending, it did seem like there was... It's a little bullshitty, because you needed to find some fairly particular things and have them before you got locked out of certain areas. It's a little bit shitty, but that's how it goes. Unlike some people, I would not know exactly what all we could get into. Neely's Bar. Let's take a look around here. I think the apartment is where we're gonna eventually need to go. There's a fire station up here. But we could sort of dig around the little alleyways and stuff. This little section here, very reminiscent. I mean, it's all the same town. So, shouldn't be too surprising, but very reminiscent of the first Silent Hill. Apartment gate key. Need to come down here anyway. Didn't even know it. Try and skip out on fights if possible. Becomes a little harder to do once you get into a little bit more enclosed areas, but out on the streets it's not too bad. I don't think there are any like I think James does the same thing like the girls do in the Fatal Frame games. If there's an item or something that you can pick up, he sort of looks at it, or something of interest, obviously, if there's an enemy. Sees that health drink. Get into the bar. Does he have a flashlight yet? Or do we need to pick that up? Old looking key that I found in town. What does it say? Wood Gate or Wood Bode apartment? Woodside apartment. Maybe that's what it says. Can't quite make it out. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Classic. Oh, is that a map? There's a map here. Alright. Guessing this shows us everything that we can access. Which apparently is just Neely's Bar. It seems like the rest of the stuff has been X'd out. Probably meaning that we can't do anything with it. Does that stay? Yeah, it does. Okay. So there might be something of interest on Saul Street. I think basically this is what's supposed to tell us that, hey, maybe you should go take a look at that apartment, and there might be something interesting down that alleyway we first went down. Better Call Saul. Let's take a look. Probably a good idea to roam around here anyway. Pick up any items. Good thing with Silent Hills, I don't think there are like item limitations. It's also a very weird sound. I don't know if it's picking up on stream just 'cause it's so quiet for me. I can imagine it's even quieter going through the stream, but sounds like a little ticker or something. The door that wakes in darkness opening into nightmares. It's locked. Oh, we didn't go far enough. So the apartments are actually over here. I kept racking my brain. I was going to mention something, but I didn't remember what it was. But I think what I was going to talk about was the fact that I think at least all the enemies now, they are ground-based. Some of them move a little bit quick. But other than that, it is pretty easy to skirt around them. When you're first going through on the original Silent Hill, well, you got those little pterodactyl things. Pieces of shit are a nightmare to deal with. Hard to escape, too. If you start running for a while and you don't run into anything, usually you can get away from them. Hey, there's something. First aid kit. And the dogs. Dogs are always a pain. Sybil gives you a gun right off the bat. I tend to use the gun for them just because you can knock them right out of the air. With this, I don't remember when we get a gun. I don't think it's until we get into the apartments, though. Another locked gate. Ah. This is interesting. Memo lying on the sofa. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. Alright. Well, we've been working this all backwards. We found the key first, and then we found the map that leads to the key, and then we found the note that leads to the map. So. Oh well. At least it's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that little camper. I don't think I ever went to it. Definitely gone into Neely's bar just because of the, you know, the weird note that's left on the wall there. Shitload of fog in that corner, but nothing all that interesting. Every Silent Hill's got different means of blocking your path when you go down certain roads. With this one, it's like everything looks like it's under construction. There's all this scaffolding and it's all padded up and everything. Happy Burger. Ah. Another first aid kit. In the original Silent Hill, all the roads are sinkholes, basically. That's why we're referring to it in the Evil Dead game. In Silent Hill 3, I don't remember if it was with everything, but it seemed like everything had like sort of a rusted chain link fence look to it, which I think was partially in Silent Hill 1 as well, but the fact that it was in 3 might have been a homage to that, considering how closely 1 and 3 are connected. So that might have been intentional, but I feel like that was mostly the deal. And then from that point on, I feel like every Silent Hill after that sort of tried to adapt that weird rusted look, rusted metal everywhere. Just sort of became a staple of it, which is probably why people like 2 so much, actually. it really does kind of stand apart from the rest of them, because it's not necessarily that they got cliche, but they certainly started digging themselves into some tropes, I feel, and reusing a lot of themes and a lot of visuals. And I feel like probably out of all the games, outside of just like getting real weird and getting, you know, pretty much stupid, but out of all the games with a little bit of effort and thought put into them, handgun bullets, I do feel like 2 is probably one of the more unique ones. Alright, well, we've basically been around the entirety of the town. Maybe look up here real quick, because I did miss those handful of items, so there might be something else, but probably would be a good idea to get as much stuff as I can. Once we get into those apartments, it's not necessarily hard to get out, but memo pad on the ground. Going to write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you out somehow. If you're reading this, probably means I'm dead. Okay. I don't think he got very far. He had the intention of writing down everything, but then he died immediately after he wrote those words. That's how I take it. This was also the first game that started dealing with the emotional traumas that reflect in the world of Silent Hill. I feel like with the first one, they probably didn't know too much of what they were doing, so there wasn't a whole lot of that reflected. That's why you had like pterodactyls and stuff as the enemies. With this one, when you take a look closely at the designs, and some more in particular than others, I'm not too sure if like these enemies have any sort of connotation to anything, but essentially the way that they're designed have some sort of reflection on the character that you're playing. And sometimes it can be attributed to the other characters that you interact with as well. And that sort of was something that they did with 3. And I don't remember if it happened too much with 4. 4 just got into such a weird territory with the whole ghosts and everything. Garbage. No use for that. But it was such an interesting concept, and then, you know, Pyramid Head became so big, it just, everything started to become a Pyramid Head after a while, even though Pyramid Head was very much a manifestation of James, particularly like an executioner aspect of Pyramid Head, but he was just such a popular design that they just ended up using him. Hey, what's up, Nightmare? One of the main reasons why you love Silent Hill, for that side of the psychological horror. Yes, and it's kind of a shame that it doesn't get implemented in the later games as much as it did with the early ones. But it definitely was something that made the series sort of stand out on its own. Because, you know, I think you could have monsters and you could come up with all sorts of weird, creepy designs and stuff, but, you know, other games are already doing that. Resident Evil, to actually have some sort of purpose behind the designs and give some, you know, thought and input into the world that you're creating. Not too many games were doing that kind of a side to it, especially when it was more delving into a psychological aspect. Homecoming tried to give it back to it. Okay. Silent Hill 2 did the best with it, definitely. That's what I feel. I feel like this one was the one that sort of brought it more to the table and probably had the best execution of it. But that isn't to say that the other games weren't doing it. We're just talking about with like 3 and 4, but I do feel like they definitely got it started on the right foot. The problem was that a lot of the devs that were working on 1 and 2 in particular started dropping off by the time you ended up getting to the sequels. And then after Silent Hill 4, Team Silent was disbanded. And, well, there wasn't a whole lot of people left anyway, so it's not even necessarily that they disbanded. I just think everybody just sort of left naturally. Alright, so now that we're in the apartment, it becomes a little harder to slink by enemies. So we might have to actively get into some combat situations. Eventually, I would like to get into those later Silent Hill games, but the fact that this is getting a remake and everything seemed like required a little bit more precedent. There's a trash chute. There's some kind of strange garbage stuck in the hole. There's a hole there, but it's filled now. Another thing with Silent Hill is the sound design. First one being super experimental with trash can slams. A bunch of other things too, make you feel super uncomfortable. Yeah, particularly the ambiance. I think once we start getting back into the overworld outside of the apartment buildings, that's where we start really getting into the weird ambiance. Not really a whole lot of music in Silent Hill, but there certainly is a lot of ambient sounds that give it a very creepy vibe. And very unique. Very unique. Spray your shit at me, sir. Silent Hill 2 has the best soundtrack. Yeah, I remember digging through it. Oh, you gotta do something different. You gotta, like, kick them when they're down there. You can't use... I don't think you can use the melee weapon. Where'd you go? Little bastard. Done this thing. There we go. That's how you get it done. Give it a little kick. All right. Get that camera angle reoriented. All right, we've got to start looking into these apartment buildings, apartment rooms. Favorite tracks is Alone in the Town. Don't know that I'd recognize it straight from the name, but I have listened to the soundtrack in the past when I was doing a lot of horror-themed tracks, which I usually do. I guess I haven't done it this year that much, but to start off the stream, I usually play some sort of selection from a horror game of some sort. But I remember hitting up the Silent Hill 2 soundtrack quite a bit, so I was listening to it then. Whatever that year was when I was doing a lot of those. Sewing machine, there's nothing special about it. Arms and legs scattered over the sofa. A lot of mannequin parts. Mannequins are always weird. Finally got the flashlight though. I knew it had to be around here somewhere. Looks like it's broken, can't open it. Any games you like to play around the October month there, Nightmare? There's quite a few that I'd like to get to, but it's been hard for me to come up with what exactly I want to do. We've done quite a few so far, though. I mean, if you count DLC and stuff, probably already gone through about 5 games. How many has it been? All right, we did That Which Gave Chase. We did Separate Ways. We did Altered Species. We did Evil Dead. Oh, and then Amnesia the Bunker. Yeah, so 5 games. Give it another smack, James. There you go. Status. Status is blinking. Lock's broken. Another broken lock. Depending on what time what kind of time we have after we finish this game and whatever else I kind of had in mind for this year. If I have enough, I would like to get into some of the posts for Silent Hills. check some of these other rooms. So this is, yeah, that just goes back to the lobby. Can't get to that yet. I think that might be how we cross over into the other apartment building. Broken lock. Broken lock. These are getting marked on the map, yes? Okay, good. Oh, son of a bitch, there's one I didn't check. That's alright, we'll get to it. Oh, here we go. Now we got some weird music. I do like that this game has fixed camera angles. I've always liked that in games. Some people hate it. It's like how some people hate tank controls. Actually, this game does have tank controls. Didn't even realize it. Tank controls are like second nature to me, so. This note, it must be from the person who lived here. But I do like that it gives you an option to kind of, not necessarily first person, but to point the camera in the general direction that you're looking, even if the camera angle naturally is fixed. 3 needle stand on 3 different heights, the fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast, they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3, but on 15. All right, it's got to be something with the clock. 3 needles, stand 3 different heights. Fat, tall, thin. Slow to fast, they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3, but 15. Television, there's nothing unusual about it, except it's absolutely ancient. I remember my grandparents had a TV like that. Had to have been from like the 50s. What's this? Henry, Mildred, and Scott. So, hours, minutes, and seconds, because they look like clock hands. Writing on the clock, the scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. I push the clock. I don't think there's much point in that right now. We can't actually interact with this, can we? Clock is stopped at 6:34 and 15 seconds. Base plate is closed. It is locked. I can touch the needles of the clock like this. Or can't. Okay. So we do need something to open it. So I don't think I can do anything with this just yet. Don't think there's anything else in that room for right now. Let's go check out that one room that apparently I completely missed. Probably should have been checking the map a little thoroughly when we were back there, but oh well. Wouldn't you know it, it is open. I wouldn't profess to know what the differences in the lighting are between this and the original PS2 version, but this does look pretty sharp. I am digging the shadows and everything. Old Leggy McGee. Almost burst out of the map there. Sorry. I know I hit hard, but geez. What? About the newspaper? There's a newspaper on the ground, but there's nothing interesting written on it. I don't know, you haven't taken that good of a look at it. Might be a nice article or something. see, James? What are you looking at? More handgun bullets. Son of a bitch, that's it, huh? Guessing it wouldn't be able to open up a drawer or anything on the nightstand. Sort of rushed in here. Maybe I missed something up front. Because we immediately saw that there was enemies. Ah, the kitchen. I don't think I looked in the kitchen. Still nothing in here. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay, so 205 looks like we already looked in. Oh, there's 201. Somebody came back. Skittering. Photo's starting to dim a little bit there on our health meter. Wait a second. Yeah, no wonder. I'm like, I don't even remember there being a door over there. There wasn't. Let's see if there's another floor we can get onto. Oh, there is. But can we open? Oh, yeah, we can't open the door. What are you looking at? There's a key on the ground on the other side of the bars. If I stretch my arm out, I just might be able to reach it. Will you pick it up? Yes. You could probably also use that little stick you got.
Ow! Hey, wait! Damn it.
You little runt. Can't reach it no matter how far I stretch. But who's that kid? Okay, well, at least this narrows it down because there's only 2 rooms here. Shopping cart. There's a handgun. Nice. What's that doing here? I don't know. Wall is pockmarked with gunshots. There's a lot of bullet casings on the ground too, from the looks of it. Well, gun is nice, but I don't think we need it for anything so far. Looks like the lock's broken. I wonder if we have to reload it. Do that in the menu. Lock is broken once again. Is that it? Three doors. Two you can't access. Alright, alright. I think he's still looking at the key over there. There is a way to get to the ground floor, but I don't remember exactly how to do it. No items to pick up here. We gotta do something on the second floor. There's gotta be a way. There's something we need to do with that garbage chute, so I think I need an object for that. But I'm pretty sure I don't have anything. I mean, being the creature of logic that I am, you know, if I saw it myself, I'd just like start poking it with the stick that I got, but I don't think that is a viable method here. Everything else is closed off, and there's potential that I missed something in one of these rooms, but I feel like I'm somewhat thorough when I walk through here. Everything usually has like, any room that you can get into has like one major thing, at least right off the bat, that you can grab. So one is a puzzle room, one had the flashlight, one had the handgun. Actually, what the hell was in this one? Can't ever break anything down like that. We got some handgun bullets in here, but was that it? Seems kind of weird. Like there would be something else. But I don't know what, because I don't see nothing. Might have just been the bullets. Can't interact with anything else. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right, well, like how he took note of that. The whole note from Neely's bar. else. Everything else here is locked up. This was locked, right? Can't get the door open. Just normal washing machine, nothing of interest. Alright. I remember that stupid apartment building being somewhat confusing. And then I remember playing this game once and like having no issues whatsoever, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I remember, boy, I played Silent Hill 2 on my own, sometime between... What was that? Some kind of noise north of here. Maybe that was it. We just needed to activate something to transpire here. Good old Pyramid Head. It's looming in the distance there. Alright, so yeah, that was the thing. Kinda sucks. You have to go to certain areas in order to activate other stuff happening. Room 202, where is that? Closer to the entrance. Pyramid Head is no longer in the hallway. Get a little health drink. Nothing inside the cage. It's interesting. Gotta give it that. Lock is broken, can't open it. What the hell's going on here? Moths? It's like a room that's caged up, but body of a dead butterfly is on the ground. There's nothing else of interest here. There might be something in here, but I can't like break that cabinet open or anything. Boy, a hole. Too dark to tell for sure, but I think there's something on the other side of the hole. Like investigate. A lot of holes in this game. Weird holes. What is it? Did you get bit? Clock key. Key your clock. Nothing else of interest. Yeah, that's right. Just stick your hand in there, right? You saw a hole with some green slime oozing out of it, you'd just pop your hand right in there, wouldn't you? Of course, if my mission was to get through an apartment building or whatever, and I had no other means of getting through without doing it, then I suppose I'd have to. Wouldn't? guess this is where the sort of like point and click adventure comes into play. You go into your menu and use it, and automatically bring it up. Alright, not on the 3, but the 15. They all need to be on 3? That's kind of what I got out of the gist of that note. As close as I can get it. No, actually, looking at the graffiti on the back wall. Okay, so it's more like, I don't know, I'd say that's more like minutes would need to be on 2. And then the hour hand looks like it's the complete opposite. Ah, it made a sound when he got it in the right spot. How did I miss that? No, no, no. There you go. God, looking back at all this, probably shouldn't mention it, but because no one's going to know what the hell I'm talking about. But in a particular online game where you can make and do anything, I replicated the apartment building from Silent Hill 2 as a game for people to go through like a maze, and all these little facets. Found some way to include them, including the clock. I just couldn't do something as detailed as trying to solve a riddle like that. Just kind of had to look at it and point and click at it, but bringing back some decent memories of that time. A lot of work went into that. Think people enjoyed it. Only problem is I had enemies roaming the map, and they just would shoot you back at the beginning of the maze if you got hit by one, but people had the misconception that some of the weapons that you could find that I just gave away as free prizes would actually be of some effect to the enemies, and logically speaking, they probably should have been, but I didn't have a way to actually rig it so that it was effective against enemies. People were trying to beat the shit out of everything and just kept getting sent back to the beginning. Finally had to write up a new rule set that said weapons will not affect enemies. Just run. They weren't too plentiful anyway. Pretty much only around a couple rooms and some hallways. What are we looking at? That just goes back to the front gate. I don't think there's going to be anything here. Locked once again. All right. I guess I'd say we probably end up on the other side of that gate, maybe. Whoa, what are you doing? Surprised he did that. Those slats are so wide, though. I mean, if it wasn't for the giant pyramid on his head, probably be able to see pretty easy. All right. Is there anything else on here? Yeah, courtyard key. Thought I saw something in the cutscene. Painting hanging on the wall. It's some kind of strange landscape. How strange is it? I wouldn't call that a landscape, but it is pretty strange. Painting hanging on the wall. Looks like a landscape of this area. Lock's broken. Alright, well, we got the courtyard key. That's the important thing here. Let's see what else this area has to offer. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting by me. Call me the Wall. Bathroom's all blocked up. The first aid kit. We actually haven't used any health items. I think we're still alright. I think the thing that tells you whether or not you're getting close to dying is supposed to turn red. And you really start looking bad. More handgun bullets. Phone doesn't seem to work. Might be it for this room. Looky here, they got the fire escape key. More handgun bullets. Can't operate that chute. Normal washing machine. Something is approaching. Oh, no, I was walking away from us. Get that smooth ass back over here. It's very weird and slimy. Alright. I don't know if this is considered the fire exit. Door's not gonna open. Now it's unlocked. Okay, this might be how we get to the ground floor. Broken lock. Ah, that's what I was looking for. Canned juice. Just in case we get a little thirsty. eventually there's a segment where James is trying to outrun Pyramid Head and he just gets really dehydrated. Oh, I can't go on. I need a drink. And then you gotta wisp out that canned juice. But, you know, it happens so late in the game, you kind of forget that you have it. So, many a times I have died because I did not get the juice out in time. That it? Anything else in here? Alright, unfortunately we need to go back through the rooms in order to get back down to the other level just because the fire escape section was blocked off, but... Really? Nah, I'm just bullshitting. There's no segment where you have to drink the juice. Oh wait, this is the Pyramid Head room. I thought it was a little closer to the end here. I think it's actually right next to the gate, right? Or the back door, maybe. Actually, we never came back here, did we? Maybe we did, I don't remember. I didn't pick this up, these handgun bullets. Oh, this is the clock room. Okay. I'm forgetting what kind of order we went in these things. Yeah, we went down here. There was nothing down there. Well, wait a second. There was a door, wasn't there? Still locked. Even though I picked up a key, but I guess it doesn't go to that particular door. The real usage of the canned juice is somewhat obscure, and if there wasn't anything else that we could interact with, it probably would have taken me a minute more to figure it out. But actually, got to dump it in here. Sort of stupid. 6-pack of canned juice. It was in the hallway of the first floor. Can't even pop one of them open. It's a damn shame. Wasted juice. Anyway, we saw that there was a... Is that an item? No, it isn't. There was a load of garbage on the outside of the apartment building. Did I go too far? Should have been this far. I went like way too far. Yeah, it was like literally the next thing over. Just didn't realize it. There we go. Garbage bag is torn, the contents strewn all over. Got a coin, old man. What's this? Some gossip magazine. Or is it gossip magazine? Police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. I'm sure most people don't look that way, but, you know, if they do, there's probably good reason for that. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff, like he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me. The monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me. The schoolmate then added, I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy. Yeah, well, when you start saying things like that, kind of give off the crazy vibes. Let's see. This key that we got opens this thing back here. Yep, that is indeed the fire escape. There's no fire escape outside the door. Maybe they knocked it down when they built the building next door. I think I could get into the building next door if I go through the window in front of me. Get on in there, James. Old broken down bed here. Nothing on the bed, it seems. Looks like there's something stuck inside the toilet. Will you take it out? Bet your ass I will. Don't you give me no lip like Heather does. Looks like a wallet. There's some kind of memo in it. 12, 5, 10, 3. I think it's a safe combination. So 12, I guess 12 left it must be. Then 5 right, 10 left, 3 right. It's funny, that scene I think only pops up if you have a Silent Hill 2. There's a scene in Silent Hill 3 where... Oh, look, here's a safe. Heather can potentially put her arm inside of a toilet because it looks like there's something in there. And I think you only get it if you have a save file of Silent Hill 2 on, you know, the same memory card. But she doesn't actually reach in there. She's just like about to, and she's like, as if I'd actually do that. Turns to the camera, breaks the fourth wall. It's funny, but yeah, I don't think you actually see it unless you have the save file in there. 12, 5, 10, 3. Maybe you have to go twice around. Hey, what's up, Prelow? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We'll see. Didn't work, huh? Maybe I have it in reverse? There it goes. Got handgun bullets, handgun bullets, handgun bullets. And handgun bullets. Anything else in there? Would have thought maybe it'd get... I think there's like 3 coins you can get for a puzzle coming up. Figured one of those would be in there, but I guess it was fairly easy. Only thing was, I wasn't sure exactly, because I feel like it did it right the first time, and then it didn't work. So I don't know why it didn't work. Maybe it was because it was already on the 12 and you had to go around and hit 12 again. I don't know. But it's like, okay, so I see that there's 2 arrows. So maybe since there's 2 arrows, I gotta double around. But it's like, that didn't work. So I did it the original way on the 3rd try, and then it worked that time. I don't know. Game's a little funky sometimes, I guess. Which way did I go? Oh, shit. No, that's no use. Let me look at the full map. Good on that, thanks. Not gonna comment on how normal the washing machines are. It's locked. There's a note stuck on the door. Dear Tim, I have to run an errand, so I'm going out. Left the house key with Uncle David. You know where he lives, don't you? The key is in the room near the 1st floor staircase. I'll be back as soon as I can, so please watch the place while I'm gone. The hell was that? Alright, well, it seems like we need to go to the 1st floor, so let's do that from here. It's a bug. There you go. Okay, I was wondering. It's like I can't hit things with a stick, even if it's an enemy that's incredibly low to the ground, but I can still do the old kick method. Stick or kick. Huh. Save point, don't mind if I do. Good lord, that's a lot of memory units. You could stick 2 memory cards into the controller, but I don't know why there's... Oh, well, you know what? I guess if you've got other controllers And they all have memory cards in them. I suppose you could probably have that many save slots. Nothing on the bookshelf that looks like it'd be any use. Oh, I think this is the coin thing. Something written on the desk. 3 bright coins in 5 holes. Be at one end sits the seducer of she. The wind from behind, the woman doth play. The forlorn one knoll lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoners left that he doth rot. Alright. Yeah, we've got one, count 'em, 1 coin so far, so nothing I can do with that just yet. Little first aid kit. Let's hope I can sneak up on it. Go for that overhead strike. That one seems to be more effective. God, I wish I had a map. I think we've checked everything. Well, let's check on, there's nothing here. See if I can get onto the 3rd floor then. So what was that memo? Dear Tim, key is in the room near the 1st floor staircase. Shouldn't that be the one that we were just in? Unless there's a separate staircase. Big ol' exit sign, though. Oh, this is how we got in. So can I go back? I would think it would be in the same building. One would assume. Thinking about it though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there'd be a key back in this building. But it's like we tried to go into the room that was nearest the staircase and it didn't seem like it wanted to open. There's potentially something else we need to do here, but yeah, that's the one with the note on it. Turn. Turn, you fool. this one, right? I wonder if it's got something to... Don't suppose it'd be all in the coins or anything. One end sits the seducer. Formless one, null lies furthest. Old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis prisoner's left that he doth rot. Can't use it here. Okay, well, since that's got the coin thing in it, my only assumption is that the key is in there. We did get the courtyard key, though. I was thinking we'd be able to access the courtyard from here, but maybe that's not the case, since it seems like we probably would need to get the coin thing open. God, I'm so confused on this one. Okay, so second level. No, it's not this way. Yeah, that's the second level. I thought it was the door that was immediately next to it. It was further down. Alright. It's confusing. Let's go back to this building and maybe see if there's a door I can access that gets us to the courtyard. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna enter the big double doors that are further from this one, because I think there was a locked door back there. So there might be a lock. This might be locked. That's the courtyard key. Ah! Need to go that far. I think I checked that first. So we can get right in here. What you got? Kind of wary. That's right. Stay down. When you hear puking sounds, one would just assume that it would just be another monster. What the? What the? You gotta say it like James says it. Who could have done this heinous act where there are like living corpses everywhere? Or handgun bullets. Look at that ass.
Double cheeked up. wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
Didn't say that you did.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing.
Red pyramid thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James,
I love you.
Too.
Oh, thanks. Good luck in there. Seems suspicious. Yeah, when you keep insisting, I didn't kill nobody, I didn't do nothing. Makes me pause to think. Well, there's Eddie. Another one of our fine temporary Silent Hill residents. Nothing inside. Looking at something. Oh. Handgun bullets. Guess everything else is blocked off. There's a door here. Oh. Broken. Oh, that probably goes to the first floor thing then. Alright, well, we don't need to go back that way. Let's take a look a little further out in the courtyard. Pool's closed. Not sure what I got. Think it was a coin? Doesn't seem to be anything else in the pram. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was a snake coin. Large coin imprinted with a snake. Found it in that pool with no water. Looks like an old man. Took it out of the trash chute. that might be everything we need here. Let's go take a look back at this door. Just to see if there's anything else. Okay. Back to this room. Now do we have... It's just those two, huh? Definitely need 5 coins. Well, that's weird. Might be one of those situations where talking to Eddie unlocks something else here. So, might be in my best interest to go back to the other building, even though we seemingly, like, don't have anything to do anything in there with, but again, it pulled that shit on us before. In fact, I do kind of remember... Actually, where the hell am I going? I do kind of remember talking to, what's her face? The girl looking for her mother. Sometime shortly after talking to Eddie. She might just like pop up somewhere. She'll have one of those rooms open or something if we go back around. Also, I didn't feel like weaving around the clock room or anything like that. This might take longer, but who knows, maybe it'll be better. Or might screw us, because maybe if we go talk to that girl, she potentially could be in one of those rooms. Curious. I don't think I have any keys or anything. We didn't pick anything up. I just took a quick scan through the inventory. It didn't seem like that was the case. Try to remember 203 is the room with the crossover. Oh, look, I could actually use it now. Nothing, I guess. Actually, I think the old man was not next to the serpent. I've got no clue how these are going to go. We just know that one of them is apparently a woman, and then there's a wind behind her. The woman, I think, is on the end. The wind is behind her. Somebody is on the far end of them. And then the prisoner is next to the snake, I think is what I gathered from that. Maybe. There's nothing over here. Handgun bullets. So, have I been in here before, or did I miss this? Oh, look. I was right.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've got to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. I'm sorry. I've been bad. Please don't.
new knife. Another very interesting exchange. We have a new coin, prisoner. Painting is displayed here, nothing particular interest. Classic video game mirror. So yeah, Angela's a bit odd. Bit of an oddball, that one. Anything useful here? Magazines on the floor, nothing unusual here. We sort of kind of get more hints to her character and what her deal is later, but honestly, I don't remember her popping up all that much. This is one of the main highlights, and that in the very beginning of the game. I mean, we still run across her every now and again, but she doesn't frequently cross paths with James here. Just a handful of instances. But a lot of the stuff I remember from her was actually stuff that I picked up, like, way after the fact. I remember reading the wiki or something and like, oh, that's what was going on, huh? One of those situations. Let's read this again. Oh, shit. Can't read it. Can only interact with it and take coins out. One instance, the seducer of she wind from behind. Oh, the seducer must be the snake, actually. The formless one, Noel, lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. Okay, so he's always going to be on the prisoner's left. I guess the serpent is on one side. One end sits the seducer, so the snake's on one end. Wind from behind, the woman doth play, the formless one, Noel. I don't know what that one is. Lies furthest from they. The old one's beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. I don't know what the formless one is. Prisoner found in the west apartment. Prisoner looks like a woman. I wonder then. Well, the snake's got to be on one end or the other. I don't know what the formless one is, but we know that the old man is not next to the snake, and he isn't left of the prisoner. So let's see if this works. No. It does say 3 coins, so I'm assuming we don't need all 5. I'll put the snake in that one. See if this works. There it goes. Got the Lynn House key. Very nice. So that should be on the 2nd level. Even though it's not really a house. is somewhat misleading. Should be the Lynn apartment key. The Lynn room key, maybe. Other way. Nothing looks to be of use. That is all barricaded up. Anything going on in the kitchen? Guess not. Nothing looks to be of use. I think those are some handgun bullets. There's a letter on the bed. Apartment stairway key. Oh. There's still a letter on the bed. Thing displayed here, nothing particular of interest. What about the goddamn letter? Pick it up. I see it. I know it's there. All right, fine. You win. I think that's a closet. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, he just like doesn't get over. Well, hold on. Let me sidle over. Oh, that still doesn't work. It's like a button specifically for moving to the left or right. And he's not quite getting to where he needs to be in order to pick it up, I guess. Maybe it isn't a letter. Maybe it's like a picture frame or something. I don't know. Anyway, key to the door that leads from the west side apartment hall into the stairway. Well, there was a door up top, right? Or was that blocked off? That was blocked off. The west side apartment. Where are we? Can I pull up the... And not a map of the area. Can we zoom in a little bit? Further. We must get closer. Can I not do that? I guess not. I would think this is the west side. Though. Just given the orientation of the buildings, it's on the left. Typically when you're dealing with compass rose and you're looking on a map, anything that's on the left is going to be west. It'd be really helpful if we had a map. I don't know if I missed it. Tends to be that you find the map early on, but sometimes maps are very missable. So I get the feeling like I might have missed it somewhere, but I got no clue where it would have been. Actually, that is the coin room. That is not what we need. Especially when it's so goddamn dark. Kind of hard to tell. Says there's an exit here. So you'd almost think that we'd be able to use it there, but... It's like all busted up and shit. Okay. Well, let's take a look on floor 2. There we go. Overthinking it. Should have gone on the same level. He was fondling that ass. Gonna have to fight him, James. That military prowess to use. Is looked. I wonder if there's something else I could do here or what. I don't know if we need to like outlast him or. 'Cause I don't really want to expend all my ammunition. I thought the knife was a weapon. Just a big thud when you hit him with that. Let's go. Oh, I'm really feeling it now. Animation changed. Okay. I think he's leaving. How many bullets I got? Holy shit, I got 102. Okay, maybe we don't. Maybe we shouldn't worry about ammo expenditure. The classic Silent Hill siren is going off, so he's taking off. Okay. Going into all that murk and mire. Daring for him to go right where Pyramid Head went to. We must have missed the map. I'm sure it would have been a little easier had I known. But yeah, I think we totally missed the map in the apartment building. Don't know where it was. Oh, here's one of my favorite quote tracks from this game. This odd sounding stuff. I remember late at night I had this playing and I actually fell asleep to it, and waking up, it was like on an hour loop or something like that, or maybe it was just looped, and waking up to it was a odd experience. Let's put it that way. I didn't really enjoy it. Well, if it isn't the runt.
you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Wait! How do you know Mary's name?
Kid's got an attitude. Just normal garbage. No point in fishing around in here. You don't know that. They're bagged up. Might be something great inside one of those bags. Hold up. That actually looks like the way we need to go. Oh, good. Could always use a little more handgun bullets. I think we might start whipping out the gun a little more frequently here. I don't know the specific deal with Pyramid Head in that particular boss fight, because I don't know if it's just like a time thing where you just need to like run around him until he goes away, or if you need to cause a certain amount of damage. So this is that park. Mary, are you here? Let's find out together, James. You and me, buddy. There's a section in Alan Wake that reminded me of this area. Which I think, I don't know, is Alan Wake supposed to take place in Seattle? I feel like it is. And, not 100% certain, but I get the feeling, at least with some of the games, Silent Hill is sort of inspired by Seattle. Or at least parts of Washington. It's not Seattle in particular, it's like Washington. But those two games sort of reminded me of each other.
No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are
My
different.
name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Feel how warm I am?
You're really not Mary.
Where's that hand been?
Told you, I'm Maria.
Sorry. I was confused.
Where are you going?
I'm looking for Mary. Have you seen her?
Didn't you say she died?
Oh yeah, 3 years ago. But I got a letter from her. She says she was waiting in our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
Well, there's the hotel too, I guess. The one on the lake? I wonder if it's still there.
The Lakeview Hotel? Yeah, it's still there. So, the hotel was your special place, huh? I'll bet it was.
He sounds so
Don't get
sarcastic.
so mad. I was just joking. Anyway, it's not that way. It's this way.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. You hated her.
Don't be ridiculous.
So it's okay?
Yeah, fine.
Keep egging him on. It's like, if you want to tag along, maybe be a little nicer. You could have been a little nicer. I don't know if there's anything around here. Maria's going to be a bit of an issue, too, because it looks like he looks at her, only within a certain range, though. If I can keep ahead of her, then probably not going to matter too much. I want to look through the telescope. Sure, the hotel is, camera, please. What the hell was that? Is across the lake. If it was me, I'd be looking at this little dock here, seeing if I could find a boat. It's funny, though, I do think we end up taking a boat over there, if I remember right. Sorry, Maria, I got no clue where the hell I'm going. You don't happen to have a map of this area, do you? Actually, yeah, this is almost like a maze-like quality of this area. It's extremely reminiscent of a section in Alan Wake. Specifically, I think the part I remember it being in was sort of, it was like one of the DLC expansions. Where he's like trapped within his own consciousness or something. Gonna need to use that health drink in a second here if you don't actually start attacking this thing. Tapping A to try to beat the shit out of this thing, and then, oh wait, health potion on the ground. Okay, we gotta find something. There's something around here. Do I have a map? Does this count as like a area? Okay, cool. Might be worth investigating, but I think I want to hit up... It's like a bowling alley? I think it's the bowling alley. Fog's so thick I can't see shit. Sort of wish that I lived in a area that gets fog. I had fog, I think, like maybe twice, but one time recently, it was like the coolest thing. You could barely see like 10 feet in front of you. It was pretty gnarly. It was kind of dangerous. I'm sure there was a couple accidents. People in this town don't know how to drive when some weird anomaly happens. But yeah, I remember driving around in fog. I think it was sort of like early morning. Wild stuff. Ooh, got a steel pipe. I think this actually functions a little bit better. 3-foot long steel pipe, not very destructive, but good range. have on the wall. I'm gonna try and explore the city in a bit, but I do want to see if we can get into this thing. I think that's where the story beat here that happens, and then I think there's a save point. It's just been a little while since we saved, so I want to see if I can find it. Like ends up being a boss battle or something though, I swear to God. Weird hobo alley. Okay. This isn't what I thought it was. Nothing else over here? Nothing on the table even? What's the point of this? Might be story related later, actually. Okay, now we gotta find the entrance to this place.
I'll wait here. I hate bowling.
I didn't come here to play, you know.
Hurry back, okay?
Hates bowling so much. Unwilling to enter a building themed around bowling. Even though there's like monsters outside.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Huh! You're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
I thought you said the cops were after you.
No, I just ran because I was scared. I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you were sorry? Well, I guess I run away a lot too.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me.
Nobody will ever forgive me.
You're looking for? What's her name? Mary?
Pizza looks pretty good, actually.
Eddie?
Oh.
James. We met in the apartment building?
Yeah, I remember. But
Are you alone here, Eddie?
no.
Bye-bye.
Wait! Come back! Eddie, let's go after her.
Huh? Laura? But why?
Laura. Is that her name?
That's what she said.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
She said she was fine by herself. She said a fatso like me would just slow her down.
Forget you.
Pizza was pretty good. I have to imagine how fresh it is. How long it's been sitting here for. I go for a nice slice. is no save point here. In fact, there's nothing here. I think this was strictly just for the story bit. I don't think there's actually anything we can do, pick up. There's two entrances into the main area.
Did a little girl run out of here?
Yeah, she was too fast for me. Aren't you gonna go after her?
Alright. That alley that we were just in, I think she might be in there, maybe? The one where I didn't know where the hell, what, like, point had to it, so let's go take a look real quick.
She went through there.
It's a tight squeeze. Better suck it in.
Is there any other way?
Yeah, there is. Right through there.
Oh, is that a door? I didn't even realize that.
No good. It's locked.
Cool. It's broken. Empty can, sink, cardboard box. None of them would be of any use. Sure what this place is. Oh, it's a bar. Paradise, look at that neon sign. Why does the sexy woman have like pudge? Oh, it's not just a bar, it's a strip club. Shit, now I wonder about those other buildings, if there was something I could get into. You'd think like you'd be able to get into the inn or something.
Over there!
I'm just looking for the save point. I feel like it's been a long time since we saved. Ah, finally. Seems to be about patients hospitalized here. Not those. Jack Davis. He's attempted suicide 3 times in the past for reasons unknown. Although he's normally a model patient who follows doctors' and nurses' orders, he must be watched closely due to his past pattern and sudden violent suicide attempts. Joseph Barkin. His illness seems to be rooted in the fact that he believes he is guilty of causing his daughter's death. His symptoms suggest a psychotic break and paranoid delusions. Normally calm, but has tendency towards violence when excited. Joshua Lewis. History of hospitalization as well as numerous assault, battery, and other violent offenses. He has strong persecution complex and a tendency to solve things through violence. Extreme caution necessary. Thank God we're probably not dealing with any of them. All right. Well, the whole reason I was looking for a save point was because it's about as good a place as any to stop. When we're back, I think I might go back into the town and see about maybe taking a look at the inn, checking around there. I was just looking for the save point. I thought we'd be able to find it quicker. I thought there was going to be one inside the bowling alley, but made us wait until we get into the hospital or whatever. Making some steady progress, though. My big goal for today when starting this was just to get to the apartment complex. So I'm glad we were able to get through that. And next time we pick this up, which might be tomorrow, kind of around the same time, we'll see about doing the hospital. This is going to be the next major area. But yeah, I do want to take a look around the town a little bit since we're kind of in a new section and see if there's anything new that we can interact with and do. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. So good stream, able to beat Evil Dead Regeneration tonight and get a good chunk of Silent Hill 2 done. So we'll continue on with this. This is going to be a bit of a longer game, I feel. Definitely not going to knock it out in 2 streams, I don't think. Maybe 3. But yeah, Silent Hills are usually kind of on the longer side. So we'll be sticking with this probably for the rest of the week. But so far, so good. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it as always. Everybody that was here. A lot of people lurking, I think, too. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Let's take a look here. We can read Scoob. Scoob is doing a little Disgaea 7, which I believe just came out. Vows of the Virtueless. It's a tactical RPG, so some people might like that. Not quite Halloween themed, but there's a lot of demons and stuff. So it might be in the spirit of horror games. But anyway, we'll go ahead and do that. You guys take care. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. And until then, later.
Seven, my man, thank you for that raid, sir. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well tonight. You handsome, handsome man. It's good to have you. Her stuff actually fits her character. She's not too bad off here. I think I'll take his pot lid and give him an attack.